Vikings. Yeah, Crimson Desert. Once again, I know you guys want a lot of Crimson Desert. You can't get enough of it. Just like me. Just a few more days, and then it's on. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be sweet. There's gonna be so much to do. I won't have that much time, maybe compared to you, but I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna stream it. And as you know, the previous Digital Foundry video, the one with the PS5 Pro and their tests, yeah, didn't go as planned. But I have another gift for you. Still Digital Foundry, but this time, PC version. Okay, if you compare this to the PS5 version, holy shit, this is with max graphics, I think. Damn, it looks good. Look at that.
Crimson Desert on a high-end PC is glorious. Ultra high frame rates, better draw distance and fidelity with those cinematic settings, and of course, a lot of options to tailor the game below that.
You don't
to
say.
Your hardware.
Cinematic.
Well,
cinematic is very good. Like if you have it on highest, whatever, and then cinematic, oh, it's truly cinematic. It is. But I would recommend cinematic for the ones who take pictures in game. If you're just gonna play it, you could just lower it. Yeah, to high instead of cinematic. It's a big difference, but would you sacrifice FPS for those glorious graphics? I would.
I'll be talking about that in a future optimized settings video. It truly does feel like a PC-led game from developer Pearl Abyss here, and in one specific way, on PC it offers a huge visual upgrade that is exclusive to the platform, and I wanted to highlight it in this first video of the
without Ray Reconstruction and with? Wow, that's a big difference.
Game covering the PC version. The PC exclusive visual upgrade over other platforms that I wanted to highlight comes from the...
Look at all those details though. Look at the details.
Extensive machine learning advancements found on that platform, and specifically AMD's Ray...
I mean, just fuck the horse, right? We're just gonna walk or stroll around and fucking buy well.
Regeneration and NVIDIA's Ray Reconstruction. Now, this would usually be a tertiary thing I would talk about in a review, but here it is so fundamental that I just had to make a video about it altogether. See, Crimson Desert extensively uses ray tracing for its indirect lighting on all platforms. John talked about this in his video covering the PlayStation 5 Pro, but it drives the...
Again, sorry about that video, but hey. I'm gonna bring you different videos. Not all Crimson Desert. I'm gonna react to some different stuff too. Also, gameplay will also be up after the streams of whatever we play on stream. But right now, Crimson Desert, I'm looking forward to the game. You're gonna see a lot about it. But if you see another video that's not Crimson Desert, that doesn't mean we're done with Crimson Desert. Fuck no. Just so you guys know, you'll get more different stuff with me, more awesomeness, sweetness, and greatness. But before then, Crimson Desert. Woo! And yes, we are gonna finish Resident Evil Requiem. We only have a few days left until Crimson Desert. If we don't finish it until Crimson Desert comes out, we're gonna mix between them both. Because Resident Evil Requiem, holy shit, what a game. I'm not gonna skip it just because this game is out. No. Even though I'm very hyped about it, hell no. Just keep your eyes open on the stream, for the stream, or the next part, which is part 3. The Vikings, so far, this looks freaking beautiful, and now we see the game in all its glory.
Higher look of the game, and this ray trace lighting is optimized to run on low-end platforms like consoles and less capable RTX
and Mac
GPUs on PC. That is one of the reasons why, pre-release, Pearl Abyss was proudly touting that a RX 7900 XTX played the game at 4K Ultra. There are not many games with RTGI and reflections that can manage that feat on
Oh, the water, but look at the stream. Look
GPU.
at how
The reason why they can do it here comes down
how the water just flows naturally down. The fucking the lake. Not the lake. This is right. Okay.
to quality optimizations. From our interview with the developer Pearl Abyss, we know that the game's unique Surfel-based RTGI technique is running at something like 1/16th rays per pixel. And they describe the game's RT reflections running at 1/4 resolution with a simple denoiser. So here they are reducing the typical high cost of ray tracing by dramatically cutting down the amount of rays traced and making the denoiser cheap. And this is key to how this game specifically can manage to run as well as it can.
Holy shit, look at the kids. The animation.
It's key to how
what
this
they
game
do.
specifically
They clap.
can manage
Look,
to
he
run
pushes.
as well as
Just the world feels so alive.
it can on a wide range of devices. That of course has consequences for visuals too, and it is a big reason why the PC version here has such a huge advantage in lighting. Thanks to press
I mean, if you have a chance to buy the game on PC, do it. If you only have a console, it's still gonna look good, but holy shit, the lighting is so much better on PC, and I'm gonna play it on PC. So if you can't afford a game, or you want to see some badass Crimson Desert videos, gameplay, well, you know.
decision making by Pearl Abyss, the game offers AMD FSR Redstone ray regeneration on AMD RDNA 4 GPUs and NVIDIA's DLSS Ray Reconstruction for RTX GPUs.
Yeah, that's even for the... Look at this. Look there. Just even when I pause it. But it looks... Hold on. It looks way better on NVIDIA. This is the same setting on AMD and NVIDIA. But it looks better on NVIDIA? What?
And this is a kind of less than obvious ultra quality mode for the game's lighting. The boost to lighting quality from these denoisers was frankly so massive that I could not believe it the first time I toggled. Them on and off. Now let's look at this scene here in the game's intro to show you what I mean. Here first with the game's standard ray tracing in use with the standard denoising. Like you
looks hell of a good.
would find on console or those PC GPUs that do not support ray regeneration or ray reconstruction. This area is completely indirectly lit from the sky above mainly. It looks fine, and you have some hint of that indirect GI from that opening to the sky, but honestly, a lot of the lighting here on surfaces is relatively flat.
It looks flat, but holy hell, it's just still looks good.
Where geometry is meeting, lack differences in shading and shadowing. There's just a lack of contact shadows with the ground in general. Take a look at the grass here. It kind of looks a bit unlit. Lighting looks a bit directionless, as if it's coming from everywhere instead of specifically from the ceiling above. This creates, in general, a lack of contrast in the image because lighting appears imprecise, although it's ray traced. Some of this may come down to Surfel GI that the game is using being a bit broader strokes in general, but actually most of this comes down to how the game's standard denoiser works. Now let's turn on Ray Reconstruction. Boom.
It looks so beautiful. Just look at it. The way the light just touches the ground. the rocks, the grass. It just looks so good. I'm happy. I'm happy I bought it for PC. Oh, damn.
Suddenly, all of that indirect lighting makes sense. There's tight shadows under objects, like the pipes on the ground or the overhangs above doors. Lighting now has a direction to it, and it's chiefly coming from above, with that hole in the roof. This grounds the scene and the objects in it, giving variations in shading that just weren't there before, like in the grass, which now doesn't look unlit.
Yeah, look at the grass. This is amazing tech, Pearlbus. This is amazing tech. Holy shit.
Game having RTGI,
yeah?
I honestly think turning on one of these ML denoisers is like the difference between RTGI on and off. And the real difference is just the denoiser. And thankfully, this is not something you just get on an NVIDIA RTX GPU. With ray regeneration running on an RX 9070
AMD?
XT.
Okay, hold on. AMD is in the middle. NVIDIA is on the right. Wow. It looks a little, maybe more blurry on AMD than NVIDIA. It still looks hell of a good. I'm not saying that, but I'm glad I have NVIDIA.
We get broadly...
Yeah, even here on the stone, it's not rock, but on the stone here. Yeah, and there. Oh, wow. Okay.
The same effect. We see a focusing of the light's ambient direction and actual contact shadows in areas that are primarily indirectly lit. Compared to the game running on the best console, the PlayStation 5 Pro, you're getting a huge upgrade in lighting.
Performance mode on the far left.
All thanks to much better denoising. And this better lighting just doesn't mean better contact shadows, like the examples I'm showing right here readily show off. Take this shot here in the opening area again with ray regen off and ray reconstruction off. The opening in the wall here is lit with the sunlight pouring through. Thanks to RTGI, we do see the area near that opening where the sunlight comes in is lit up a bit. It looks all right, but it is lacking in key areas that are obvious when we change the denoiser. With ray reconstruction here, we can see how we get this beautiful reflected light on the floor from the game's ray traced reflections. That ray tracing is still being done, of course, without ray reconstruction on, but it just isn't being put together correctly in the denoising.
No, it's not. Because you get light here, and not like, you don't see it fade, sort of. Not exactly fade, but it seems like the light only touches the opening. Well, that's not how light works. Light has reflection. And there you see on the right, reflection. Even though the light comes at one area, the light won't just stay there. It will, of course, reflect the room. And that's what's happening right here. Wow.
Direct shadows on the environmental bits like the wall or the pipe on the ground here that just aren't there in the standard denoising. There's so much more direction to the lighting than there was before, in spite of RTGI being the same between these shots. Flipping these denoisers on and off provides a shockingly huge visual quality difference in favor of machine learning denoising. It almost looks like ray tracing on and off. I honestly find the difference that big. Another area of great improvement comes from how responsive lighting and reflections are.
Why haven't more game developers done this? I mean, it seems like it uses a little more power from the GPU, but not like ray tracing on and off, because that takes a toll on the GPU. So I mean, is this a new tech?
The shot here in that same intro with RT reflections on and the game's standard denoising. The reflections on the water are obvious, but they're a bit stippled and ghosty. Although the game is running at 60 FPS here, the ghosting from previous frames on the moving water surface makes the water surface almost look like it's running at a lower frame rate than that. Now let's turn on ray reconstruction. That ghosty, stippled, low frame rate is gone. This is the same ray tracing, same settings, just the denoiser being different once again.
Ooh. Okay.
One last area where this denoising difference pays dividends is in general stability with complex lighting.
Here, perfect look at the lighting when it gets a little darker.
Difference
amazing.
Dividends is in general stability with complex light.
And the light source, that lantern, I mean, doesn't clip anymore. Hell yeah.
Setting like that which you find in indoor areas of the game. And this is for two reasons. As we can see here with the standard denoiser, it's a pretty typical indoor scene during the daytime, and you can notice some of the issues that John pointed out in his PS5 Pro video. Some flicker on the wall, and a kind of peppery noise in a number of areas of the image. Indoor lighting can be troublesome in this game due to the lack of rays shot out. Now let's turn on an ML denoiser. Noise, gone. Flickering, gone. A lot more stable image here with Ray Reconstruction. We can also see, thanks to the game's many
this is like fucking turning ray tracing on. Holy shit. Wow.
Light tracing feature.
And ray tracing is on the left, which is crazy.
Also get more defined, higher quality local light shadows. So local light shadows.
It's fucking ray tracing 2.0.
Look a lot better using both ML denoisers.
Yeah. Wow. Holy shit, Pearl Abyss. Maybe they'll add this technology to Black Desert. Just think about it. Fucking the best looking MMO out there will look even better. Look at that flask. Huh? Yeah, even these. Amazing tech. Holy shit.
In total, using AMD Ray Regeneration or NVIDIA's Ray Reconstruction has a huge...
It also looks like you can sit anywhere. We've seen a lot of gameplay where he sits. Seems like you can maybe not sit anywhere, but many places.
Impact to lighting quality in this game that essentially unlocks an ultra quality lighting not found on any other platform.
Cinematic
can
Plus.
Be visually game changing.
Shit.
So what's the catch? Mainly performance. Since the base denoiser is so cheap, turning on the more robust ML solutions is expensive in comparison. On an RTX 5080, for example, using the game's highest cinematic quality settings at
AMD. Well, yeah, that, I think the frame rate, there's such a big difference between frame rates because NVIDIA uses way more AI technology than what the fuck? Come on! That AMD does. So this is what I want. Cinematic quality, 4K, DLSS on, performance mode. What? Is this performance mode on? Oh. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna turn this cinematic quality on some things down, without a doubt. Yeah, because I want reconstruction on, but I got 5080. Don't I? No, 40. I don't got 5080. I got 4090. So I'm gonna turn down the quality a little bit. On 4K, DLSS on. Ray Reconstruction on. I want DLSS at least unbalanced. Yeah, I was hoping on quality, or maybe off, but I don't think I can have it off if I want these graphics. But either way, damn. Wow.
4K performance
Huge
mode.
difference.
Turning on Ray Reconstruction decreases performance by 14% over DLSS 4.5 preset M on the AMD RX 90.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that 60 FPS without a doubt. So I'm gonna lower the graphics a little bit.
70 XT. It is even
like, for
more...
example, shadows. I don't need that at cinematic quality. You know, the shadows are still good on medium, I think. You know? But I'm gonna have them high. But that's the thing I'm gonna turn down the most, I think. That's a priority downscaling. And then we'll see what we turn down. But the things we won't, that doesn't matter that much, we'll turn down. Like vegetation quality. I don't need that like really high. So there are some stuff we're going to turn down to at least get that 60 FPS, hopefully unbalanced. But yeah, now I'm glad I don't have AMD.
More intense. On that GPU, ray regeneration costs 24% more than the standard.
Because even on Ray Reconstruction, it looks way better on NVIDIA than AMD.
Denoiser when combined with FSR 4. So while I think any and every person playing this
But
game
it's great that FSR 4 is on at launch.
who has a capable GPU should turn these features on, definitely. You'll have to adjust your priorities perhaps in other settings to maintain performance goals.
Like I said,
given
we're
how
going to
this
do that.
is a significant performance cost. Between the two ML denoisers, there are some differences in image quality that I've noted in previous videos.
Yeah, like I said, we just talked about it with FSR. Yeah.
As mentioned in the ray regeneration review in Black Ops 7, ray regeneration does denoise well, but it doesn't combine to upscale to output res. So its denoising results do look noticeably sub-native next to ray reconstruction on NVIDIA GPUs. So you can see some pixelization and reflections, and on some surface edges.
But it's ray regeneration and ray reconstruction. Those are two completely different things.
Due to that design, ray regen would need to evolve into a different algorithm that combines upscaling with denoising for this to change. I believe. And depending upon the
with
surface,
this, I think, to be honest, I will probably get some shit for it. But I think if I had an AMD graphics card, I think I would just rather just play it on a console. Careful! Don't scream at me! Calm down! I said maybe. Calm the fuck down with the hate. Shit.
there can sometimes be less obvious reconstructed specular reflections with ray regeneration in comparison to ray reconstruction. That is not safe.
Because on console, especially PS5, you get that sweet ass skin. And since the ray reconstruction isn't that good, ray regeneration, I would say I would rather just, since you won't get, it would still look hell of a good. I'm not saying that. You know what? You know what? It still looks good. It looks way better. Of course it does. Than on console. But I'm saying, you know what? I'll just throw my shovel away, my spade, and just let's keep this going. Let's continue watching the video. Okay? I'm not ready to lie down yet. Okay, let's keep going.
All is perfect with ray reconstruction. As of the current pre-launch build I tested, ray reconstruction has some bugs. The game's extensively used displacement map technique has less positive offset with ray reconstruction than it ought to, making the game's surfaces less craggy than they ought to be. This may change at release as the developers are aware of the issue and notified me of it. Another problem I found was with
Okay. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Okay. Wow. Come on. I'm still gonna turn it on, but damn. So basically, it changes sort of the, maybe not the art style, but it changes all the hard work, and it just looks, I don't know, both a little more flat than it should. Ooh, not a fan of that.
With ray reconstruction on. It kind of strangely disappears on screen in many areas, which seems unintended. I alerted the developers to this, and perhaps it will be gone in the launch version.
Okay, I'm taking away everything I said for the past 10 minutes or so. Maybe less, I don't know, I talk a lot. Is that I think if the rain fucking isn't fixed at launch, I'm not gonna turn it on. No, we're gonna keep ray reconstruction off because holy shit, that looks bad.
I alerted the developers
to
this, and perhaps it will be gone in the launch.
Perhaps, yeah. No, I'm gonna turn that the hell off.
Version. Beyond the upgrade to lighting, which I found in this PC version, I did actually expect a bit more in shadow map quality and pop-in when the settings were pumped up. Even at the highest cinematic quality setting, there were a number of moments where I could readily find shadow maps from the sun that were flickery, or just shrubs and plants that visually popped in close to the camera. Now, some of this may be coming from a bug.
Really? Hold on. Overall, fuck it. Fuck what I said about AMD and all that shit. I think we're just gonna turn that off. Yeah. Get it on PC if you can. Play the hell out of it. Because that pop-in, did you see it? Look at the ground.
Shrubs and
Also
plants
this.
that visually popped in close to the camera. Now,
Look at
some
that.
of this
Boom,
may be
boom,
coming
boom,
from
boom,
a bug.
boom. If this is a bug and rain too, I don't know. Can this be fixed? I don't know. But if it's like this at launch, they barely, like, they have just a few days left. I'm gonna test it out for sure. But goddamn, I think I'm gonna start with it off. And then maybe when we get a little more into the game, then we turn it on. I want to play the game as intended. And that is with that off. Because this shit just makes the game worse.
That the pre-release build has regarding scattered assets that is unintended, but I would say keep your eyes peeled on that released version to see if this issue is remedied.
Even when you're standing still, it just pops in.
And with that being said, this is the end.
And also the 3D shit we just saw with the fucking with the building. So far, okay, I'm impressed with the lighting, with all the bugs that comes with it, and it changes the style and what they're going for. No. Yeah, no. It's
the
off.
first video covering the PC version of Crimson Desert, and an optimized settings video is on the way for the future. The bottom line for this video is thanks to advances in denoising on PC for RDNA 4 or RTX GPUs, you get a dramatically better light.
Yeah, you do. Fucking hell, it looks way better. But when we get all that other stuff, it's not worth it. Not to me. Maybe for you, but for me, hell no. It's off. Off. Oh, I can't say it enough. Off.
Lighting presentation on PC
until they fix it, of course. But I don't know, because we're gonna crank up the graphics. I don't know. We gotta test it out for real in game on stream, of course. But shit. So no, we're starting it off.
That is honestly very hard to do without once you've seen that difference. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, help out.
And that's why I think it's way better to just start with it off. And then maybe you can see the difference a little later, but so far, fuck no.
On Patreon, follow on social media, and as always, this is Alex, bidding you farewell und auf Wiedersehen.
Let's fucking go. It's Geronimo! Okay, so I don't think I have more to add. Just that it looks hell of a good with it on when it comes to the lighting. But damn, you sacrificing a lot. So get it on PC if you can. It's cheaper too. You will miss that PS5 exclusive skin. But fuck that, we get the gold one either way. Start with it off, have fun, and maybe test it out later. Or at least until they fix that shit.